you want to come build with us?
This child, like every other,
Addison, you want to come build with us?
has two parents, a mom and a dad.
Ellie, look at.
And like most American children with a mother and a father,
Put Mama in there.
she's being raised by someone else.
For many years, it's been well over 70% of parents, moms and dads, usually both, are in the workforce.
Wisconsin is 4th in the nation for parents that work outside of the home.
So they need to find a quality setting for their children while they're away.
It's the American dream. Adults go to work, the kids go to childcare.
There are 250,000 children in Wisconsin in some sort of care outside of their home every day of the year.
They spend more awake hours in daycare than they do with their own parents the early years.
In a home away from home that, in order to function, must feel like home.
So the most critical part of good quality child care is the adults that are in the child care program working with the young children.
Programs in Wisconsin?
Wisconsin Council on Children and Families overall data says that there is about a 66% decline in family child care across the state. About 10 years ago, we had 834 programs in our 10-county service delivery area, and our reports for December of 2016 show that we're down to 400 programs.
Because raising children is a tough job, but somebody, other than mom and dad, has to do it.
In this workforce, and it's 99% women, so you've got women with associate degrees that are earning $10 an hour.
In capitalist America, the number of parents working outside the home is growing. The number of child care providers is shrinking, and it's because there's no money in it.
So we have a problem brewing.
We call it the trilemma of child care. It needs to be of quality, it needs to be affordable, and it needs to be available.
Here in the U.S., a child is born every 8 seconds. So there's tremendous job security in child care. If only one could make a living at it.
Yep. $10 an hour is pretty much the average, and it's low. There's always greener grass on the other side, and there's always things to go for.
If you look at it compared to the overall workforce in Wisconsin, childcare teacher, $10 an hour. General person in the workforce, $18.60 an hour. When you bump up to a bachelor's degree, childcare goes to $12, but the overall workforce goes to over $22 an hour.
It is very difficult to find qualified child care providers who meet the educational standards that the state requires.
Or to hold on to them.
It can be difficult to keep them as well.
Indeed, we find in child care we have a turnover rate of 35%. And so you have 3 to 4 out of 10 teachers every single year leaving their classroom.
Okay, we're gonna do rocket ship first, and then we'll do yoga.
The hiring process is a big part of that.
3, 2, 1, blast off, another rocket ship.
If I hire well to begin with, I find people who are here because they want to be here. They understand the impact that they make on children's lives, and they're in this for the children and not for the paycheck, because the paycheck is poor. The allure of having those benefits that can help pay for health insurance, or just having more paycheck at the end of the day or the end of the month, is helpful.
More helpful, perhaps, to live in Europe, where mom and dad have a choice.
We're really the only developed country that hasn't figured this out. Statistically, if you stack us up on quality of care, cost and availability of care, parental leave time, we are at the bottom of the barrel in terms of how we publicly support young children and families.
In Italy, for example, parents' leave is 5 months, paid at 80% of wages, plus another 6 months, if you choose, at 30%. The best you can do here at home is hope your employer has children too.
Some centers pay fairly well if they are employer supported, especially, and have benefits. But when you're self-employed at home, your job security is your health.